We have more bills. We have a lot more subscriptions. We're paying for our Netflix, we're paying for Spotify.
Energy, TV, broadband, mobile. For most people, the thought of bills is something that brings a little bit of anxiety, worry. So WonderBill helps you take care of all your household bills. It takes away all of that stress and anxiety, and it does that in an automated way. It links to all the providers, it has all of the details of your accounts, and it helps you save time, it saves you money, and it saves you stress. Bills are complicated, they're hard, they're time-consuming. The bundles these days are really hard to make sense of in terms of just different mixes of services together. So there are something like 4,000 energy tariffs active in the UK today. There are hundreds of thousands of mobile phone plans active. So it's a genuinely difficult problem to figure out what's the next best thing to do.
WonderBill takes on bill management is all about tracking spending and usage of your own bills, and ultimately how we are connecting our users with the providers.
And we also found that over 30% of people just avoid their bills. They don't like looking into them, they don't want to delve into what they're actually paying. And it's habits like this that really drive us at WonderBill to bring on new features and to overall just to help people keep on top of their household bills. So what we do is give them one way to see how much they're paying each month, when the money's actually coming out, and when their contracts end, and a really super simple way to switch to another provider if they're ready to do that.
We'll remind you when your contracts are expiring, but we'll also let you know if a particular bill has spiked, for example, and that you should have a look at this bill to understand why that is the case.
So I think over the winter time they sent an email that included things like how to save and reduce your energy bills, so using a smart thermostat or getting a boiler health check.
I like that I can see all of my bills for a particular month in one place. Try to keep track of, money in, money out, like we all tried to do. But sometimes with so many transactions in your statement, you can't see the full picture. So it's nice to see all the utilities in one go. Then you can notice a particular spike in 1 month and maybe do something about it, change your habits, or contact the company if there's a problem. Just makes it easy, like a tool in the financial tool belt, to get a better sense of my finances.
We'll send our users regular emails. For example, as we were heading into winter, we sent messages around, here's the things you should do to check that your house is winter ready.
They encouraged users to get a boiler check done. It was also checking for drafts in your house, so excluding drafts to ensure that there wasn't kind of unnecessary heat loss. Also encouraging you to check whether you're paying kind of a fair rate for your energy. So those were all helpful tips that I received in that email that I thought would be kind of nice to get more of. Being able to track my monthly spending and actually having a bit more kind of transparency around exactly what's coming out and at what time in the month. And also it's forced me to think about whether I'm getting good value for the different bills that I'm paying. So obviously within the app you can see how it weighs up versus other providers in the market. So you can check, am I paying a good price for my mobile phone? So having that kind of more proactive health checking of your finances has been really good.
So if you think about bills and bill management, a few years ago it all pretty much was offline. You would get bills through the post, you probably had a pile or a stack of bills somewhere in your hallway or on top of your microwave, gathering dust before you realised that you had to pay them at the end of the month. All of these have now moved to online, and more services are making customers go into their online portal to view electronic bills and things like that. What WonderBill does is it brings all of those bills into a single place, and what that means is that we have a great responsibility to keep that information secure, because obviously there's a lot of information within those bills. There's a lot of personal data about people's addresses and the usage of all their accounts and things like that. WonderBill has been built from the ground up to be as secure as we can possibly make it, and every decision that we make here takes into account both information security and customer data privacy as a number one priority.
Ultimately, the current ecosystem is changing. With new technology, with new regulation, we are going to impact our current ecosystem. In the last few years, I have worked in relatively different industries, from travel to banking to telecom to retail. It's the first time, though, that I'm seeing a push from both sides, the user and the regulators. And what that means is, like, when you are looking at the different propositions we are flourishing around the marketplace, we are seeing a real push in terms of excitement on the way the users are going to use this proposition.
I think what I want people to take away is to simply be bill brave. Dive in, get on top of things, and the easiest way to do that is just download WonderBill, link your accounts, and we'll do the rest.